To make the presentation to our third inductees representative, please welcome 9-time Paralympic champion and 4-time winner of the Boston Marathon Track and Fields, Louise Savage, OAM. Recognising the indelible legacy he left, both on and off the field of play, our next inductee becomes only the 7th person to be inducted in both the athlete and general category of the Hall of Fame membership.
Frank Ponta was an elite athlete in his own right, excelling at 5 Paralympic Games. He also excelled off the track, leaving a lasting legacy in the effect he had on others. Frank inspired and coached many of Australia's world-class athletes, including 9 times Paralympic champions Priya Cooper and Louise Savage.
Frank Ponta was, of course, one of my first coaches ever. He met me as a very young 8-year-old, and I think he saw something in me that I didn't know existed. And he was probably, showed me what was possible, and obviously had a lot of fun along the way, and mentored me into the athlete that I became. So very special to have him alongside me, being one of the first to be inducted.
Frank competed in the first ever Paralympic Games in 1960. Competing in the sports of athletics, basketball, fencing and swimming. He took silver in both the javelin and fencing, and as well as being a key player, he also coached the basketball team. The versatile athlete went on to compete at a further 4 games, finishing in 1976 with a career tally of 1 gold, 2 silver and 1 bronze on the Paralympic stage. Frank was one of only 3 inaugural inductees into the Australian Paralympic Hall of Fame, and is the only Australian male to have been inducted into the International Paralympic Committee's Hall of Fame. Frank Ponta is a true pioneer of sport and is recognised for his contribution to the Paralympic movement, with posthumous induction into the Sport Australia Hall of Fame as both an athlete and general member.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6 years after his passing, the late Frank Ponta is posthumously inducted into the Sport Australia Hall of Fame. He's represented tonight by his very dear friend of over 40 years, Cheryl Manalini. Please make her welcome. And Cheryl, I'll invite you over to say a few words. You were a great friend with Frank. How did he help you at a critical time in your life?
By telling me I can do things, to be positive. Don't ever let anybody tell you that if you want to do something, you can do it. And virtually I did. I went through my life and I had some difficult times, and Frank sort of helped me get through all that. So I guess from that I was a better person, and he's taught me a lot of things that I've heard him actually say to a lot of the junior athletes as well. So if you want something and you work hard at it, you can do it.
He had an impressive coaching record, and we just saw Lou up on stage. Paralympic stars like Louise Savage and Priya Cooper. How did he create those strong connections with the athletes? Because he was a mix of a hard taskmaster, but he was also a bit of a softie too, wasn't he?
Absolutely. I always remember him saying that Louise can do whatever she wanted to do and be what she wanted to be. Put a lot of effort and a lot of time and hard work into it, you can get where you want to go, and look at her.
You knew him well. What do you think he would have thought about being inducted into the Sport Australia Hall of Fame?
I know that tonight would have brought tears to Frank's eyes. I actually got his ashes out the other day and put it on the bench, and I actually read the letter out that Tanya sent to me. So he knows that this is happening tonight.
Oh, that's lovely. Cheryl, thank you so much for being with us and representing Frank tonight.
Thank you.